Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm here this evening to do my Vampire Lovers episode 4 reading, and so we're going to take a dive in to the energies. As always with this reading, I do it about once every 3 months or so. I use the Tarot de la Newt. I do read from the book. If you don't enjoy that type of reading, you can either not watch it or fast forward through it, what have you. If you do enjoy this reading and you'd like your own personal private reading, you can find the information below to purchase your own reading as well. I will put all that in the description box. I will only be doing a few of these. I do a couple of them around each episode. I offer them as a reading. My shop, my Etsy shop that I normally have open, is closed right now and will probably be closed until after the 1st of next year. So, that being said, we're going to move into the energies. I'm going to see what comes up from this angelic deck. I'm going to see what comes from the fallen angel. And then we're going to get into the reading with the Tarot de la Newt. Now, the last episode, when we pulled from this deck, we got this card. And after the reading, I realized it says conflict, but I was drawn into the letters of the word, of the name, Elgor. But it is ego. The word ego is in that fallen angel's name, and the key word was conflict. So within the last episode, in the last time period that it covered, there has been some sort of ongoing ego conflict. So the conflict that is occurring or has been occurring in that time frame is egoic, because as a lot of conflicts are. But I was kind of struck me odd or funny when I saw the letters in this angel's name actually had the letters to the word ego in it. So it felt like another message I wanted to pass on to those that may be in some sort of conflict. There is ego struggles, egoic energy at hand there. So, but it was to, well, you can go back and watch. I'm not going to get into all that. Last episode was rather long. It was like almost an hour long. I don't know how long this one will be, but however long it goes is how it's meant to be. Because we want to get all the messages out, and this is a little bit of a different reading that I do or have been doing or been guided to do for a while. Like I said, there's been 4 episodes. I guess it's been going on for like over a year now, and I plan on continuing with it as far as I know. So we're going to see what angel wants to come out. We're connecting to God and the angels, as always. Archangel Michael here, guiding, protecting our time and space. But we are tapping into the vampire energies, vampire lovers energies, and we want to see what comes, right? So this is definitely the card that is coming up for us with this. So we'll see what angel comes out, and it is peace. I love this one. So it's the Archangel Chamuel, Chamuel is an angel of love, working with love relationships, and it says peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So in the last episode, well, you have to go back and watch it, but episode 3 in the beginning was all about peace. I think the energy was the superpower was it was the 10 of Pentacles in this deck, and when I was reading it from the book, it talked about peace, and peace being the value, as the superpower. So definitely coming up here for this reading time period, which will be over the next 3 months or so. This is going to be, so say September, October, November. So I'll probably be back late November, early December doing episode 5. So this angel, Archangel Chamuel, is coming in with the energy of peace, asking us to get into the remembrance that only love is real. Fear is an illusion, and fear is also connected to that egoic energy, the ego. In an ego battle, it fears losing, right? It fears losing out or losing something precious to it. So we're going to see what fallen angel card wants to come for us in this moment, connecting to the vampire energy. What fallen angel card and message, what fallen angel is working with us. And I feel it's this one, and it's vigilance. I'm not good at pronouncing these names, but it's 64 and it's vigilance. to say. Number 64. It says, remain on guard. The element is earth, the planet is Venus, so Venus is love. Remain on guard. The immediate danger may have gone, but it is likely to return quite soon. Alexer, I don't know how to say this angel's name's totem beast is the regal lion. In human form, I don't see the lion on there. Okay. In human form, he has a fierce appearance. His eyes blaze, and he appears as a heavily armed warrior riding a mighty steed. Despite his warlike stance, this angel is skilled in the intellectual pursuits of peaceful civilization. I love it because it's definitely going along with Archangel Chamuel. So they're working in tandem with the energy of peace. So he is skilled in the intellectual pursuits of peaceful civilization, particularly astronomy and astrology. He represents peace through vigilance and readiness to defend that peace with force of arms. He makes a good friend, but a dangerous enemy. So I think it's just a little cute play on the energy of Archangel Chamuel. I'm going to hold it up for those that want to still shot the screen and take a picture of the energy, or the message rather, to us from this angel. So they're definitely working in tandem, and I love seeing that because we have the fallen angel energy and we have, the archangel energy coming up and working together. So there's a united front that is working in unison for peace. And I get a sense of a peaceful warrior because it says he makes a good friend but a dangerous enemy. But I do feel like this is, these two in combination, they are like a peaceful warrior. So I love how that is already going together quite nicely. And we're just going to put these like this. Actually, we're going to do this so we can kind of see it. And then I'm going to pull this up here. And I've always got oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have this. I thought I'd lost it for a while, so I'm so happy to have it back. My Juno shell. So I'm focusing on the energies of my spread, which is, I will go through it. It is Fang 1, how your partner sees you. They are watching. Fang 2, how your partner feels for you. Do they have a heart? Number 3 is drop of blood, you and your partner as a couple, your blended energies, which I find that this one kind of, what are you mirroring? What are you both doing at the same time kind of energy. Number 4 is the garlic. Are there any outside influences affecting our relationship that we need to defend energies from? Which in the last episode, it was the World card, which when I read it, really talked about separation and unity consciousness. And again, separation is an energy of the ego, right? So it was really, if you haven't watched that episode, if you have not watched episode 3, you might want to, because it was really a very interesting, even though there was conflict and egoic struggles, it was really a lot of beautiful messages in there and information to help. So number 5 is stake to the heart. What will happen next in this relationship? Number 6, and when we do this, we're looking at a 3-month period or so. Like when I come back in 3 months, we're just looking at this little snapshot in time. Holy water, what spiritual growth is happening? What spiritual growth is this bringing to you right now in this period, or will bring to you in this period? And number 7 is the sunrise, which is advice from the Vampire Council to you for this time frame. So they'd be like advice, how to move forward, or best energy to embody, what have you. Right where I cut, just want to make notice of it because it's the King of Wands and the Angel de la Nute. And I think this card came up in my very first episode, at the very first card of how your partner sees you. And I do believe this card was in there too. So it's kind of referencing me back to that very first episode. And I'm going to take notice of that. I'm going to put these back in and reshuffle, but where I cut it, sometimes messages come up. So I feel a message here of you know, oh, there's lions. And this, even though I don't see a lion in this image, unless I'm just blind to it for whatever reason, I see like a shell of a armored, you know, suit or what have you. It talked about its symbol, its totem is the lion. And this King of Wands, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign, or fire sign time frame is going to be important. Next one will be Sag. But lions are behind this King of Wands here on either side of him. But what I feel like, because this is referencing this back to me to the first episode, which I will try to remember to link below, it's referencing that because this talked about how this person saw how you were being perceived was this angel de la Nute, and I was guided to read a different part. I couldn't find this particular card in the book when I started looking, so I was guided to read a different part, and it was a very interesting description of how this person saw. And I feel like why I'm going there is this person is seeing you in that way again. So that I feel like they have gotten, when we're in an egoic conflict, it's like how I'm seeing this in my mind's eye, it took them away from that vision, right? It clouded their vision, so they weren't able to see you in this light. And I feel, I'm going to say dark forces, like it's, you know, scary kind of thing, but I feel like darker forces kind of ensued in that egoic struggle and kind of, you know, took that vision away, had that cloudiness to this person's way of seeing you, the viewer. So again, you might want to go back and watch that one, and I will try to link it specifically below. I do believe it was the very first one, but that's what I'm getting, because it came up in the cut that they are, you know, back to being able to see clearly. The lions being referenced here in this angelic card means that they are now also operating as a warrior of peace. So they're kind of more back in more of their normal, they're out of that egoic warlike energy, because there's not even anyone in this suit. It's kind of just laying there. Kind of reminds me of the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz, quite honestly. And then we have the lion. So we are getting a little bit of the Wizard of Oz reference here as well. But I want to just continue on. Where I cut there was the Strength card with the lion and a wolf, Knight of Swords. Interesting. Just making note. I've been seeing a lot of dogs. Two of Cups, Magician underneath. And I won't be doing reversals. I want to make that clear. I won't be doing reversals. So lions and dogs or wolves or what have you is coming up. Three of Swords again. Three of Swords came up in my last cut and I didn't mention it. I don't want to do the reading with just cutting the deck. But I'm going to just shuffle till I'm guided to stop. Okay. So Fang number one, your partner. Fang number one is how your partner sees you. They are watching. I have he's watching, but this can be any gender. So we're going to say they are watching. How do they see you? And it is the Chariot. So right off the bat, she's on it's like the song Magic Carpet Ride. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So Magic Carpet Ride is coming up. So there's something in those lyrics could be important. Very magical. They may be seeing you as very magical as well. 7 to me is a very spiritual number, so they could be seeing you as very spiritual, very magical, sort of like High Priestess type of energy. But with the Chariot, we're talking about travel. So this person can be seeing you as somebody that travels, that is maybe free to move about, more freely than maybe in the past, or maybe more freely than they are. And you may be being perceived or seen as someone that is, about to move or travel or relocate. So all these energies that have to do with the Chariot are coming up here in general. But I'm going to read, of course, from the booklet and see what's been, or what extra special nuance of a message comes from the booklet. And the Chariot says, by the power of my will, it is not the magic that makes my carpet fly. It is the strength of my willpower. My mind is clear. I am guided by the moonlight. I know where I'm going and I know what my goals are. I won't stop till I reach them. I feel in control of all the elements around me. I am nothing but calm and sure of myself. Look into my eyes and you will see my determination. It will reinforce yours. Fly away from the places you feel you don't belong to anymore. Be the master of your chessboard. You need to be focused, disciplined, full of confidence. Move wisely, your chessmen. Make carpets fly. Set goals for yourself and work hard to reach them. I know you will win in the end. The key words are willpower, determination, focus, discipline, faith, and self-control. So this person sees a lot of that self-control, willpower within you. You are like that magical being that can make carpets fly. Again, magic carpet ride is coming up. But they're seeing you as somebody that has determination, and that can reinforce theirs. So what you're doing determination wise is reinforcing their determination. So if you feel like you're not having an effect on your person, or they're not, paying any attention to you, or they can't feel your energy, you're wrong. If you're in this energy and you're being very willful and strong and full of confidence in the way you're moving about, just know that is also reinforcing theirs, because it says, look into my eyes, you will see my determination, it will reinforce yours. So they're seeing you as somebody that is determined, and that determination is reinforcing theirs. And it says, fly away from places you don't belong to anymore. So they see you as somebody that is willing to have the willpower and the determination to leave things that are not good for you. And they're not seeing it as a negative, they're seeing it as a positive, and it's helping them do the same. So if you again are moving out of a job that is no longer good for you, if you're moving away from a location that is no longer good for you, any of these things, you're able to just kind of get up and move away from things that are negative. And this is how they're seeing you. But it's also very magical in its energy. You're somebody that can make carpets fly. And there's a sense here of like that levitation and that ability to kind of move about. And so with that levitation feeling, there's a strong sense of mind power. It's like you're like like when I said that, I got this like rush of third eye. Total, it feels magical in the sense of magician and clairvoyance, like a lot of focused. It's not the word is determination, dude. That's come up a lot, but it's like this strength of focus that is very magical. They're sensing that within you. That almost feels like, I think in the last episode I was getting a lot of like messages from the 5D, 3D self. They're seeing you as somebody that is, removing yourself from things that are not good for you. You're very, not headstrong in a negative way, but you're very focused on where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And, you have this ability to move about more freely. But on like a 5D level, there was that energy of like, I don't want to say telepathy, that wasn't the right word. It could be something like that. I can't even bring the feeling back right now, but I may come back to that. But there was like a higher message there. And it says, you're in control of all the elements and calm and sure of yourself. So they're also seeing you as calm and sure of yourself. So they're not perceiving you as erratic or irrational or emotional. again, it felt very, that's where that energy of the magician and that strength of focus, sort of like Queen of Swords. There's like all these different energies that are kind of coming in here. Very clear on your vision of where you want to take yourself. And they know you will win in the end. Set goals for yourself and work hard to reach them. So whatever that is. And for some, again, this can include travel or relocation as well due to the Chariot. Chariot is associated with the Cancer, the horoscope, zodiac. So it can be a bit of that, anything that is associated with that Cancer energy could be, in that, how they're seeing you. You want to apply that in that way, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. Oh, I do want to look in the undercurrent here too, because the undercurrent last time right here was important. So the undercurrent is our superpower. So I just want to take a peek, and I'm not doing reversal. So superpower is the Devil, and I'm going to take it out here under that piece of the Temperance. So I do want to make note of our superpower. So it says, will you be my slave? I live in hell. I live in the hell of night. I am here to dominate you, or so you believe. I represent your hidden impulses, your inner fears, your worst addictions. You're chained at my feet, but you put the chains on. I didn't do much. You gave me the power that I have now over you. You feel that you're hopelessly tied up to me, desperately attracted to my black sensual beauty, and you think I control you. Well, think again. Stop playing the victim. Stop being ruled by restraining attachments. You can free yourself from my bondage, but you have to want it. Only then can you break free from these negative patterns or behaviors of yours. Whatever your obsession is, however deep your addictions are, remember that you can overcome them. So get a move on, which is interesting. Get a move on, because we had the movement of the Chariot. And it says keywords are addictions or addictive behaviors, fear, confusion, time to free oneself from obsession. So your superpower is in that last sentence. It's time to free oneself of obsession. So that is the power that you have. You're freeing yourself of some sort of obsession. And that can be anything. That can be to overeating, social media, doing anything that you do in excess, or excessively thinking about it, or you're easily hooked like back into it. This can even be this person in this relationship if you're obsessively thinking about them, anything like that. But your superpower is freeing yourself from that and moving away from it. And it can be with, again, that sheer willpower and determination here too. So your superpower is freeing yourself from the bondage of the devil. So that is coming up. I'm going to put that off to the side, and then this one here. Okay, so the next one is Fang 2, how your partner feels for you. Do they have a heart? So their feelings for you at this time. 2 of Cups, which I did see this when I was shuffling a while ago. So 2 of Cups is a beautiful card. And these look like the same person, right? They look like the same person. Two of the same thing, right? So I'm going to read from the booklet. But 2 of Cups is about, partnership, somebody that's sharing the same emotion, on the same emotional level. Two become one. The 2 of us symbolize the power that is created when 2 eyes become one we. That includes all kinds of partnership, love, union, friendship, family tie, or business relationship. Either ways, the relation you're into shows great balance and is based on mutual respect. It is nurturing, supportive, harmonious. Darkness and light peacefully coexist, and oppositions are always greatly overcome. Another thing, we look very much alike, which I just said, they look like the same person. We look very much alike. That is because we also represent the love and respect you must first offer to yourself in order to truly commit to one another. So there we go with the superpower of this being moving away from obsessions, because when we're in this type of energy, we're not loving ourselves. We're giving ourselves away, we're giving our power away, and they're seeing you as somebody that's moved away from that and has pulled your willpower back and focused it on moving yourself about in the world to wherever you need to, that it's healthy for you, which is very good. So love your own soul as much as you may love your soulmate. Union, love, balance, peaceful relationship, soulmates. So this is how they feel for you, but it's also giving a message here, and this is the part that feels like from the higher self, right? That message is, this is because we also represent, and it says another thing, we look very much alike, and that is because we also represent the love and respect you must first offer to yourself in order to truly commit to one another. Love your own soul as much as you may love your soulmate. So that is their message from their higher self, because I've been getting a bit of that feeling from here too. It's a very beautiful energy, which I felt it was going to be a better energy because of the opening message of the peace and the peaceful warrior, and them showing up more on the side of the peaceful energy with that King of Wands in the beginning. Drop of blood, you and your partner as a couple, your blended energies. And this is a bit of where you may be mirroring, or kind of, what you're doing, they're doing, or what you're thinking, they're thinking. And it is Three of Swords. So whatever sorrow, whatever heartbreak you've endured, whatever heart pain that you're in, they are also as well. So they want you to know they're feeling that same thing. They're feeling the separation, which is most likely occurring, or you would not be watching this video. Most people that are not having difficulties in relationships are not watching relationship energy readings, right? So they are mirroring. This is what are the blend, the drop of blood, you and your partner as a couple, your blended energies is the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords, as we all know, is not the greatest card, right? And it can involve pain of the heart, separation. It's just separation, hands down. And, not wanting to be in that separation, that being a painful separation. But I'm going to read. The Lady of Sorrow, my heart is a wound. I cry tears of blood. I've lost what I've loved so much. Hope, joy, and daylight are gone forever. I live in the heartbreak sanctuary. That's where all broken hearts come. So broken your heart must be if you see me today. I know your pain. I feel your tears. So there's a message to you from their higher self. I know your pain. I feel your tears. You've lost what you've cherished, and life seems meaningless. But for you, there is a way out of this place. First, cry and feel the sorrow to the deepest. But then, my dear, leave this pain behind and learn from it. So again, more message from their higher self. This suffering can help you grow stronger. Focus on your recovery rather than your loss. This is the only way to move on and to be able to smile again. The keywords are loss, pain, wounded heart, but also growth and recovering process. So that's your mirroring this. So this is where you're both, the state that you're both in. And this is number 3. I feel a bit of resurrection with that. I feel a bit of that stigma, they call that, or there's that spontaneous, I don't know why it's coming up. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Garlic, are there outside influences affecting your relationship that you need to defend your energies from? So this one was pretty simplistic, both in that feeling of pain of separation. You're feeling it, they're feeling it, and they give it the given higher self messages to you with what I just read. So if you didn't catch it, you want to rewind and re-listen. So number 4 is garlic. Are there outside influences affecting your relationship that you need to defend energy from? Last episode was the world, and when I read it, it was all about separation, energy, not being in unity consciousness, being in the ego state of separation, and not, not being together in that way, seeing each other as separate. So what is to be defended against? And we have King of Cups, which is interesting because I think this was I think this was the first card in the last episode, like how they saw you, if I'm not mistaken. Because the golden veins was this energy of the gold in the veins is really what spoke to me on this card, because it kind of represents being made of the same like DNA and the same energy running through your veins. Sort of like the Two of Cups, like we look alike or we are alike, kind of energy. But I'm going to read from the booklet. So this is what to defend against. So this could be, for some of you, this could be someone else in your life. You know, if you're watching this for a relationship that you've been estranged from for a while, you could have moved on. There could be someone else in your life, you know, another person's emotions in regards to it. Because it's a masculine, I'm going to say it's mostly for those that are watching. Most people that are watching are feminine, and because a masculine's here, it could be another man in your life, right? For the viewer. So, but I'm going to, and it could be this person's emotions, the one you're watching it for. It can be their emotions, because it's glowing here. Let's see. King of Cups. Because King of Cups can be, you know, a good thing, but it can also be a lot of emotions, like, you know, overwhelming emotions. Grand Master of emotions. Being a king, I had to find balance between my intellect and my feelings. The point was not to repress emotions, it was to master them with kindness and compassion. My heart is alive. I feel its golden arteries sending me messages, and I know how and when to hear them. Whenever strong feelings come to me, I explore them lucidly, but I never let them run over me. I can counsel my subjects because I understand the mechanisms of human souls. I can counsel my subjects because I understand the mechanisms of human souls. That sounded weird. I understand the mechanisms of human souls. That sounded like some sort of message, but I don't know exactly what it is. This emotional stability makes my strength. It is also the only way to bring peace inside and around me. Time has come for you to do exactly the same and to become the master of your own emotions. This is my will, so be it. So keywords are controlled emotions, compassion, loyalty, maturity, diplomacy. So as something to watch out for, it could be what I mentioned. It could be another person in your life. It could be this person's emotions, you know, kind of trying to master their emotions, so they're not quite able yet to express them, but because they never let them run over them. So that could be a bit of a thing to watch out for. Mechanisms of the human soul. I understand the mechanisms of the human soul. There could be something there about not understanding the mechanisms of the human soul, because we're looking at this in the aspect of what to watch out for. So there's a bit of that not totally understanding who we are at a soul level. Again, going back to a bit of the message that came through the world card in the last reading of what to watch out for. But yeah. It's the only way to bring peace inside and around me. So again, the mention of peace, but those are the things. But I will say, controlled emotions can be also something to watch out for. Controlling emotions means stoicism, not showing emotion. So these can be the things that you need to watch out for within yourself and that person and all the other things that I mentioned. Stake to the heart. What will happen next in this relationship? So this is for the next 3 months or so. And I'm not doing reversals. So Queen of Wands. Although I did feel a little bit of like a energy head rush there when I looked at it. Queen of Wands, we're going to see. I feel like a return of energy. Almost felt like, but let me read it. Queen of Wands. May the sunflowers dance. I bring light to this dark world. I make flowers grow. I make people dance. If you need warmth, inspiration, optimism, support, and encouragement, then you've come to the right place. I know that you have many ideas, many dreams. I want your ambition to shine. I want your power to show. I want your charisma to sparkle. Bathe yourself in my golden light, and confidence will be yours. I spread my vitality upon you. This is not a time to be shy or hesitant. You have to stand at the center of attention. The greatest star you have to be. The superhero you have to be. A dream is only interesting when it becomes real, so make it real. I stand behind you on this journey so that one day you too can make the world dance. Energy, courage, self-assurance, vitality, ambition, support, charisma. So all these things can be what happens next. I feel like a return. Like I felt like when I picked it up, it was in, it was in the reverse position, which I'm not reading it in reverse, but it felt like a head rush. It felt like turning over the hourglass, so to speak, and then filling it back up. Like energy coming back online is what I want to say. Like if you flip the switch and you could actually see the current of energy, because she's all golden, like in the gold. See the gold sparks up there? It's like the gold in the veins here. It's like coming online. Oh, okay. I'm getting a bit of this now. These seem tied a little bit because this was what to watch out for. This feels like what's actually in this person's veins right here, this gold, because it was upside down and it was refilling. It was like being, somebody's watching is gonna allow the infusion, so to speak. So when this is coming back online and reactivated, the emotions could be a little turbulent, right? Within yourself, within that other person. But there is I don't want to say reconnection because I don't know if it'll happen in the physical, but there is and like I saw in the beginning, the King of Wands with the angel Dila Newt, that was, how they saw the person. It's like the energy is coming back. The egoic struggle is, dissipating. And so the focus then is back on the person and the connection, because it was caught up in an ego. And then the last episode, it was not just the ego conflict, it was an ego annihilation. And I was explaining this is not, death of the person, but it's the death of the ego. We can't completely annihilate the ego, but the part that gets us into these struggles, it was allowing us to see it more clearly and how it can create problems and issues and whatnot and pain, right? But that is being cleared away. And so in that, this is like reactivating. And so that's when this is reactivated and turned back on. It's to guard against, that aliveness. It's like a live wire sparking kind of feeling here, if you will. But it's like liquid gold too when I see it. So it's like live wire sparking and like liquid gold, like running through, coming back, filling it up, reconnecting, turning it back on, that kind of thing. So that's what's going to happen next. And again, you may just feel it. You may just feel your enthusiasm for the connection return. They may be feeling their enthusiasm for the connection returning. It's like having had a machine being shut off and then restarted, like rebooting, so to speak. Maybe just be feeling it within yourself. I don't know, I don't actually see any physical things that could be happening, although there could be, because it's saying something here is like movement, flowers growing, light in the darkness comes back. I knew you have many ideas, many dreams. It's not a time to be shy or hesitant. So you have to stand at the center of attention. So being seen, not being shy. So you may see each other. Could be. The greatest star you have to be, the superhero you have to be. A dream is only interesting when it becomes real. So it could be becoming real. But this is energy. This is a wand. This isn't a physical card. This isn't a pentacle or anything. But it's life force energy for sure. And it's becoming real. So make it real. And then it says, I stand behind you on this journey. And journey is this card. And this is how this person was seeing you. Was the Chariot, which is about a journey. It's about movement. But the standing behind you, it literally feel like in my mind's eye, it's like somebody standing behind somebody. So there could be a surprise too, because this is very like electric. So there could be some sort of surprise energy or element to this. So one day you can make the world dance. So what happens next is energy. Energy movement, and everything that comes with it. It could possibly, for some, seeing each other, making it real. Don't know for sure, but that is a possibility because there's more energy here and there's more peace here than the last time. But remember, this is like for over 3 months. So it would be September, October, November. So it would be like end of November or beginning of December. Holy water, what spiritual growth is this bringing to you at this time? Again, over this next 3 months or right now. And we have 9 of cups. Oh gosh, I love it. It's a little frog. She knows that saying you have to kiss a lot of frogs to get your prince or what have you. The frogs are also about reproduction, and because they rapidly reproduce, and cleansing too. But I'm going to read this for the spiritual, and it's fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, happiness. What makes you happy? Self-fulfillment, fulfilling oneself is coming up here too. Spiritual fulfillment. Luck is my finery. I've always had the most ferocious ambition, and it worked well for me. Luck has been on my side. That's why 4-leaf clovers are my favorite finery. Look at me. I don't want that thing. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm going to shut that off as soon as it stops. Okay, it's going to let that go. Okay. Could be something about that too. The music changed there. Okay. So look at me. I'm beautiful, rich, loved. I have everything one could wish for. Pure satisfaction defines my life. Feel blessed to see me appear before you, for I bring luck. On all possible levels, I announce success, fulfillment, and happiness. Sounds great, isn't it? But until they manifest themselves into your life, I want you to enjoy what you already have. Know that contentment will be yours, and that your worries are in the past. So the keywords are luck, satisfaction, happiness, wealth, counting one's blessings. So seeing, your blessings, it's the spiritual growth is seeing the blessings that your life is, having had been, in conflict or separated from this person, because this isn't just like a normal relationship, it's a relationship that causes, it's a catalyst to our own connection to our higher self or soul self, and to see it as such and to appreciate it for that, and have gratitude for that instead of being frustrated, which is of course a human emotion, and we're not making that wrong, but try to be more in the mind of seeing it for the catalyst that it is, back to your spiritual growth, back to your soul self. And again, they're talking about 4-leaf clovers here, so they're talking about a lot of luck, energy. And there was another message that I was getting with this too. Pure satisfaction. Feel blessed to see me appear before you. So something appearing before you too. I know it talked about manifestation. So yeah, but until they manifest themselves into your life. Okay, I want to read this again. Feel blessed to see me appear before you, for I bring luck. On all possible levels, I announce success, fulfillment, and happiness. Sounds great, isn't it? But until they manifest themselves into your life. And when it says that, it's talking about the success, the fulfillment, the happiness. To me, it felt like it was talking about this other, the counterpart. But until they manifest themselves into your life, I want you to enjoy what you already have. So the spiritual growth here is in that absence, appreciating what you already have, appreciating who you already, who you are, who you're becoming, seeing yourself in the soul self's realization, and, basking in that energy. That's the growth that's happening here. But there's also a message here with the frog and the 4-leaf clover of luck, in regards to this energy. So it's more like their higher self saying to you, But until I return into your life, I want you to enjoy what you already have. That's a direct message from their higher self. So they're saying, until I manifest myself back into your life, I want you to enjoy what you already have. And that's where the sweet spot, they're saying, that's the sweet spot here. And that's what's going to help this manifestation. Sunrise, this is advice for us for this time period from the Vampire Council. And it is Ace of Wands. And I see the lock, like her heart is, it looks like a heart is locked right there. And there's a keyhole, right? But I'm going to read it. Ace of Wands is, again, new energy, right? New inspiration. And that's Cups. Inspiration guides you. You hold the key that can unlock everything. So this is the Vampire Council's advice to you. You hold the key that can unlock everything. Go for it. You have a project in mind, and I'm here to encourage you to get it done enthusiastically. Don't waste time on planning. Just do it. Trust your instinct. All big bangs start in the dark. The forest behind me is not to be feared. It is a new territory of potentials and ideas that can be conquered. Your breakthrough moment is now. Time has come to use your skills and talents properly. Plant the seeds that make them grow. Like a spider, weave your web. The red flower in my hair shows the red passion you have to demonstrate right now. The keywords are spark of creation, which, the Queen of Wands, and that was what comes next. And it really fed into what to be guarded of, this coming back online, is that spark. This is the spark of creation here. And this is the advice, right? So they're connected. So your advice is that spark of creation, energy and inspiration, ideas and project to devote to. So there's something here about the red flower and the spider. This is like a spider, weave your web. And the red flower shows red passion you have to demonstrate. So these could be signs. Also, the 4-leaf clover and the frog coming out this episode as signs to me. So you may hear frogs, like frogs singing, and see 4-leaf clovers, red flowers, and spider web, spider. So let your inspiration guide you. Not necessarily about this person per se, but more about, this energy of the spiritual growth, and that fulfillment within, and appreciating what you have right now. And, again, if you need to re-listen to their higher self's message to you in regards to this spiritual growth, do so. Because I felt it was very powerful. But it's like you are the spark of creation in regards to this, but that, online kind of feeling coming back here as well. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading, and we're going to go back and remember the beginning where we had the two angels, the archangel Shamuel and the fallen angel Alcir, working together as warriors of peace in regards to this connection. And we did see the Knight of Wands and the Angel de la Nute, which I want to just kind of, I'm not sure where I was guided to read from that one before. I think when I read it, this is not another dark deck. When I was reading about the Angel de la Nute, this is not another dark deck. It is a deck for those who are ready to go beyond appearances and those who are ready to find beauty and inspiration in the most unusual places. So that was a bit of how this person saw you, and that is coming back online. They're seeing you as not another dark angel or person, and that they are ready to go beyond appearances, and that you are, and they are ready to find the beauty and inspiration, which this card talks about that inspiration, right? So there it is right here. But you may want to go back and rewatch that episode too, because it will explain more if you're following along with the episodes. And if you'd like your own personal private one, information's in the link, there's not going to be a link. There's going to be information in the description box below. And I will see you again late November, December for episode 5 of The Vampire Lovers. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love.